Between the hedges, Georgia dogs coming out. War Eagle flying over Jordan hair skies. Hottie toddy down in Oxford, rebels rise. Cowbells ringing in Starkville all night. Rocky Top singing in that Leland light. Anchor down Vandy, black and gold pride. Gamecocks crowing in Columbia loud and wide. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk, we talk that score. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk, we talk that score. Gators in the swamp, trumping all day long. Saturday nights in Death Valley, that tiger strong. So we Razorbacks, crowd calling the hogs. Blue Reds battle Wildcats, bringing the dogs. Show me Miss Zoe, black and gold fight. Boomer Sooner running on a Saturday night. Hook 'em horns, burnt orange in the sun. 12th man standing, Aggies get it done. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk, we talk that score. Saturday lights, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk, we talk that score.
Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, man? Welcome around the water cooler, man. This shit, guys. Around the water cooler, it is Wednesday, August 20th. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here around the water cooler. Tonight is a prediction show. This should be a really good show, man. I'm excited about this one, man, because we're gonna predict tonight. I'll get ready for it, man. Tonight, around the water cooler, of course, I'm the Water Cooler Talk Podcast. You got Nick Frazier, the other man. You can't see him, but you can hear him. Tell him who you are, boss man.
I got a week away from seeing me again, but right now it's Marcus Fitzpatrick. So let's go, let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how I got Marcus, man. One early half of the Water Cooler Talk. And with us tonight around the water cooler, I got Tight Sports, Alabama football mega cast, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tight Sports. Tight, how you feeling tonight, my guy?
I'm feeling fantastic, man. I got my toilet tissue standing by just in case we're gonna do some kind of special celebration.
Jesus Christ, this guy. And from it's SEC that I got the fan favorite, the man, the myth, the legend, Auburn Tez. Tez, what's going on with you, my guy? How you feeling?
Man, feeling pretty good, man. Feeling pretty good. How you guys doing?
Doing
Tight
great,
with the tissue. Come on, man.
Tight, got the tissue. He throwing tissue.
Is that clean tissue, Tight?
You gonna be doing that?
No, it's a traditional Auburn tissue.
Clean tissue tight. I tell you this right now, man. We're gonna be doing a lot of that this season, man. That's the plan in Auburn, man. We'll be doing a lot of rolling Toombs Corner, man. Before we get into it, man, make sure that you follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, man. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk. Follow us on Twitter at CoolersPod23. And of course, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell button here on YouTube so you know we post more videos and when we go live as well, man. Also, remember, all season long, your boy Nick doing live game watches. We going into the locker room, bro, and it's starting August 29th, 15 minutes before kickoff, man. Auburn versus Baylor. Come chill around the water cooler, chill in the locker room with your boy Nick as we watch the game. And then, of course, as soon as the game is over with, head on over to Auburn Addicts TV for the official post-game reaction show, Tiger Vent, with our guy DC, the mayor, Tez. Ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be lit, man. So we appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us there, as always, man. Fellas, let's get to the chat real quick. Want to shout out everybody that's in the chat with us tonight, man. We appreciate y'all for continuing to support and continuing to rock with us here around the water cooler. Get Musty said, "We're down."
What's up, Musty?
He said, fella injecting some cash for putting his logo on the field. I'm not mad at it. He not mad at it. Shout out to that. Shout out to the yellow fella for doing that. Shout out to Jimmy Rain. We're gonna call him about it.
What's up, Auburn Dad?
What up, Auburn Dad? How you feeling, Auburn Dad?
AB4L.
Hope you're doing all right, my guy. He said almost a week till 9-time champs go to war in Texas. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Auburn Dad, man. Auburn with the
9-time champion. Has the pressure increased to beat Baylor handily?
No, because we 9-time champions. You know what it is. You know, we won it 9 times. That's what it is. You know it is. Tim
Heavy
said,
is the head, man. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
shout out to the Huggy Beard himself, the legend of Sweet Sugar Bear Williams, the Rooster Mac. Tim, the tool man, Telly said it's ironic that Bama fans are mad about that part.
I know, right, Tim?
Never upset about seeing my little brother finally come of age.
What you mean? What you talking about, Tight? What you talking
Y'all
about?
was just saying you didn't know why y'all didn't claim the national championships. I'm proud of y'all.
I
LSU fans are very upset. They got something.
I got some mixed feelings about it, but hey, it is what it is. If it helps the program, it helps the program. It helps the program. If it helps the work, if it helps the program, it helps the program. You know what I'm saying? Auburn Dad said, man, love this war damn intro. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to that. Everybody rocking with the intro, man. I appreciate it so much, man. Thank y'all so much for continuing to rock with us. Nick Marcus, the wizard behind the black screen, and Tez. Hello tonight. Shout out to I got Auburn Dad, man. Everybody saying what's up to everybody. Let's see. Get Musty said I was in tight stream and he didn't want to say War Eagle.
we don't curse on my show.
Why you say it back, man? Why you say it tight?
When we don't curse on my show, I'm a Christian, sir.
I guess, man. I guess. Shout out to I got C Hall, man. Sub Wolf for rocking Nick, Marcus Tez, and hey tight LOL.
What's up, C Hall?
It's happening.
Saying it's rocking from that intro. Yeah, shout out to him. Dale in the chat as well, man. King of the comments said, man, Ted changed his mind on claiming the national championship. Is that what he said? Did you change your mind, Ted?
No, man, I didn't.
You and many thousands of people I've met over the years have changed their mind.
I didn't agree with the old ones. I still don't agree. Like, I don't know what happened in the 30s. Y'all could have kept that. 2004, man. I mean, it's very debatable.
Yeah, I think 83, 93. And 04, yeah, I can see those. You know, it's recent memory. You know,
yeah, it's not like we got nobody from the 30s that we can go back and ask like, yeah, you remember that game?
Don't be so sure.
Maybe they do. I don't know.
They can do that. There's some centenarians around here now.
Well, how many of them? And are they credible?
It's enough.
You said how many of them are they credible?
I gotta know.
It's enough.
Just because you're old don't make you credible.
All right, man. Go ahead. Let's get into this show tonight. We got a nice little show tonight, man. We're gonna do some predictions tonight. Tonight's show, we are predicting tonight the final order for the SEC, the SEC's final standing at the end of the season. We're going to predict which SEC teams we think are going to be in the college football playoff, and we're going to predict our team's final records at the end of the season. So Nick, Marcus, Tez, we doing Auburn. Tight is gonna predict Alabama's record at the end of the season, man. So y'all better get ready because I got a feeling this is going to be a show where some people are gonna be surprised by some lists and they're gonna be like, what in the world are y'all talking about? But hey, we gonna explain it, man. So let's go ahead and let's get into it, man. Prediction show starts right now. And after we get the prediction show, after we get our predictions in at the end, towards the end of the show, guess what? We'll take some phone calls and you can chime in and let us know what you think about our list from there, man. Also in the chat, man, we got a goal tonight, man. We got a super chat goal, man. We're trying to get 10 super chats tonight. So if you would like to help the show, keep the show running, keep the show free, wanted to be led by the people that actually watch the show, we want y'all to donate because we want y'all to be a part of it. If you feel led to, man, send in a nice little super chat for you guys at the water cooler, man. We appreciate that so much. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it, man. And in the words of Tim Tucker, hit that like button on the way in. And in the words of Tight, smash it if we make your funny bone tickle. Smash that like button, man. That's what
we don't be fun. Now we ain't tickling nobody's funny bone over on Tight Sports.
That's what you saying.
I said if I stimulate the happy juice in your gray matter and make your funny bone tickle.
No, you said tickle. You said tickle.
No, did he?
You said tickle. Like,
No, did he? We
You
don't
got
be
funny
tickling.
bone
We don't be
tickling
tickling.
going on over there.
you trying to change it. You trying
You
to
gonna
change
do
it.
it like that, Ty? You gonna stop that
Oh,
right
man.
now?
You trying to change it.
That did a
Hey.
shot was unwarranted.
This,
He
this
got
how
off.
you act.
He
Y'all can-
wasn't convicted. He wasn't convicted. Thank you. You weren't convicted of that. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
If this how you gotta
I
act,
ain't
y'all
even
can have them
President.
championships back.
All right, yeah, let's get into it, man. All right, so we're gonna start off with our guy since he's a guest around the water cooler. We're gonna start out with Tight, and he's an Alabama fan, so we want to get that one out the way first. So
Yeah,
first,
that's the most important one.
first is not first in the
Yeah.
chat, man. Tight, I'm gonna let Tight explain how he went. We're gonna see his final standing for the SEC at the end of the season. We're gonna see what teams he has that's gonna be in the SEC championship, and he has predicted Alabama record. And I'm gonna ask him to predict what he thinks Auburn records are gonna be. I want to get his opinion on that because we at the time is at the time, man. So let's get into it, man. Tight, I'm gonna put it up on the screen, and Tight, take it away. Tight, here is Tight's. This is his prediction for the 2020.
I got Georgia coming in. Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss makes it in this time. Alabama makes it in this time. There may be a little something from LSU. That's when you start hitting that nine win mark that we stumbled at last year. And Texas A&M may I think they're gonna get right to 9 wins as well. I like Elko as a coach, and he may have 8. Then we're coming down into the 7 through 7 goes from Tennessee. 8 to 7 is Tennessee all the way down to like Missouri. 7-6 people is right there with Florida, Vanderbilt, and Auburn. Everybody else is definitely Arkansas, South Carolina. Yeah, I said South Carolina. They lost too much on defense. Mississippi State, Kentucky, they're all under 500. Every single one of them.
Mm.
Got Georgia going to the college football championship. I think Georgia and Texas have the best chance of meeting up in Atlanta because of how those records are going to work out. All those playoff teams are going to be 10-2.
Okay.
I can tell you Alabama has a chance of losing to LSU or Georgia, not both, but they just may lose a wild card game for their second loss. And I said 10-2 record for us. And but I think Georgia and Texas will end up tiring themselves out in Atlanta, which is what I like because we need rest. And that's it, folks. You can go and bring out your tissues. I'm sorry, y'all have tissues. Bring out your handkerchiefs and start your crying and your griping and spitting and all that stuff.
Okay, so Tight. So look, I'm gonna ask you this question before we get it. So you said everybody from Oklahoma down is gonna be under 500? Is that what you said?
No, Arkansas down is under 500.
Okay.
Okay.
So what do you? Okay, all right. So if that's the case, what you got Auburn at then?
Under
I got you.
Vanderbilt.
I had y'all coming in. Yeah, I got y'all under Vanderbilt because I think Vanderbilt is capable of being a 6-7 win team. And I think I had Auburn at like, y'all had me convinced 9 back in the spring, but recent developments have shown me that I don't think that I have the capacity to get over 8 wins. And then I thought about it real hard, looked at the schedule, and I said, y'all be dang lucky to get to 6, 7. Not lucky, but dang good. Perfect execution with 7. So I'm thinking like 6, 7.
Wow.
Praying for you though.
So Tight got Auburn at 6-7 wins this year. Okay. I don't understand. Okay, all right. So
You're
we
not gonna like my list.
Quarterback got to put it all together. And
wait a minute, Tight. So Tight.
the thing is about being like being right at the end of the year. So what we say now don't matter. What I'm saying now really doesn't matter. But
hey,
y'all gotta crack that 500 thing, man. That's something to overcome.
What I'm really interested in from your list is the South Carolina.
Right.
Yeah, let me put it.
That's probably lower than I've seen on a lot of lists.
Yeah, that's just me.
It's a losing season in South Carolina, you say?
Yeah, because I saw a lot of people out. They flashed for that season, but I didn't know they had that many people going to the draft. They lost a lot of defense in the draft, folks. I mean, replacing all that, they lost a lot.
They ain't the same people they coach. Like,
So Shane Beam is doing well. That's South Carolina, but hey man, this league is dynamic. Elko, I think, is going to come on where people don't have him coming on. I think that Shane Beam is just going to have a little drop back because I didn't know. Man, they lost like 7 starters, I think, right, to the NFL.
On the front, they basically lost. They basically lost all like front 7. Yeah, on the defense.
Yeah,
side.
front 7.
You don't just replace that in live action overnight. All of that overnight. That's a lot.
Okay.
I mean, they go and then like
valid point.
and then when you look at how they score, but are they beating people 50? They're not scoring like Ole Miss. They're not scoring like Ole Miss right now.
But do they have to score? Do you think?
Yes, because their defense is not going to be what they needed to be.
Okay, but they defense, but they still got some pieces on their defense. They have your recruiting pretty decent.
You about to go Louis too. He's like, I bleed.
It was a little bit, just a little bit.
But I just think that's what's going. It's going to just. I think a lot of people going to catch them slipping, man.
Okay,
just catch them slipping, and next thing you know, it doesn't take. You know, I'm gonna say this because I know Nick is going to disagree with this, but let me just talk to the mayor. Mayor, come off a winning season, and Tez, come off a winning season. And then winning 5 games in the SEC competition as high as it is, it's not the worst thing in the world because you got to build yourself into this thing. And I think being like down where Arkansas is one thing, but I don't know, man. It's just it don't mean they can't bounce back in the next year unless Sellers goes to the NFL off of pure talent and promise and potential. Then where they gonna be then? That man twist the ankle. Where are they gonna be? Seriously, where are they gonna be? Who is their backup quarterback right now? The guy out of somebody transferred into there, but he's not Sellers. Well, I'm just saying they lost a lot. It's just too much.
Okay, all right. So
because on the other hand, Alabama has a lot of returning production on defense.
That's true. I mean, y'all do.
So if that means something to the people that looking at Alabama. For a team that was marginal, that was right at the, right there, what were there, 9 wins?
I'm talking about
South Carolina. So 3 losses. It wouldn't shock me. I mean, Kiffin gave them the game.
Do y'all play South Carolina this year, Type?
Yes.
Yeah, I got to go to South Carolina too, don't you?
I thought we went to South Carolina last year.
Nope. South Carolina came to Tuscaloosa last year.
I don't remember stuff like that, but I thought it
was a good game though.
Y'all lost.
No, it was a horrible game.
Yeah, y'all won by 2 points. All right,
exactly.
All right, that's tight prediction. All right, I'm gonna go next. We're gonna go to the mayor.
I'll be right before the FSU game.
We are going next to Marcus's predictions. Marcus, there are your predictions on the screen. Tell us why you feel the way you feel.
Wait a minute.
What you have? Let's go, Marcus.
Yeah, all right.
Wait a minute.
9-3 with our losses being the Texas A&M, Georgia, and Arkansas.
Okay.
I got Texas at the top because I think Sarkisian is coming back in with only question mark I want to see is Archie Manning. LSU, I think Kelly is on the hot seat. It's put up a shut up time for LSU. And I got Bama at 3. It was a tough pill to swallow, but Ty got great points. They returning a lot of production on defense. They got explosive players on offense. I think they question mark is what Sills is gonna bring to the table. Then I got 4. I got Kirby doing what Kirby do. I feel like Kirby gonna outcoach a lot of coaches this year. I feel like Georgia's gonna play up to par. I don't got them going to the SEC championship like Tight do. But I got them finishing pretty strong. And then I got us, of course, coming in at 9-3. Then under us, I got Texas A&M. Then under them, like y'all said, South Carolina lost a lot. So I got them. Ole Miss, I feel like this is Lane Kiffin's year that he doesn't look as good offensively as we think. With a new quarterback coming in, Jackson Dart was a real veteran last year for him and ran the system very well. I think this year we see Lane Kiffin take a step back offensively. Missouri is, I think, going to take just a little step back. Florida, I think, going to take a step back. Oklahoma, I'm not sold. I never really been sold on Oklahoma. Arkansas, I think Arkansas is who Arkansas is. Vandy, I think Vandy is going to come back down to earth. Tennessee, I think, lost a lot at quarterback, and he did a lot for that team. And I don't think Harper will be able to recoup right now. Mississippi State, I do get them 6 wins this year with Nick, but I still think they bottom tier. Kentucky is finishing dead last for me. With my playoff teams being Texas, LSU, Georgia, and Alabama.
And you got Auburn going 9-3. Okay. Fellas, y'all saw the list. What do y'all think? Shout out to Chris Sullivan with $2 super chat, man. Shout out to our guy Chris Sullivan with the $2 super chat. Appreciate you so much, my guy.
Appreciate it.
We here Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. We here, my guys. 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, man. We are here as always, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Eric McKinney. War Eagle, baby. What's going on, my guy? Hope you're doing all right, my guy. What's up? Welcome around the water cooler, my guy. But go ahead, man. Y'all saw the list. Y'all thoughts on the list, man. What's y'all thoughts on it?
I like the list.
I really,
pull it back up right quick because there's one spot I need.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Wow.
So I actually there's nothing that I can really say about it, honestly.
Okay.
It's not the same list that I have, but like I can understand every single team and where they at.
Okay. All right.
It's not a team that I'm like, man, why you got them right there?
Okay.
Not right now.
All right, then.
Maybe Arkansas is a bit high for me.
Okay, then. All right. I mean, it's y'all like Marcus. Your list.
One more time.
Oh, you need to see it again tight.
Just a little flash.
There it is.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. All right.
In the annals of American history, there are a few people who have provided such analytical and intelligence and wit that I've seen here today displayed by the mayor. I don't think that ESPN could do a better job. Fox Sports combined. Bring back old Fred Hickman on CNN Sports. You know, I don't think I've ever seen something that has just blown my mind. Well done, sir, to you. Well done, I say.
How you get that?
You are a great American. Disagree on South Carolina. I'm sorry.
All you did was take a glance. How you gonna say that? Okay, in that case,
go ahead. Pick it apart, Nick.
That's the only reason why you said it, because he got Bama at 3. That's the only reason.
I know that's not the reason.
Probably. That's why he said it.
That's the reason why.
But I was about to give we disagree on South Carolina and Ole Miss. I'm not.
Okay,
realistically, it's not a bad list at all.
It's not a bad list. It's actually a pretty decent list. I see
LSU.
I see some places on here where I'm like, I probably would have. I definitely got some people in some different spots. But I'm sitting here saying,
I know I do, but
it's not a bad list. I mean, the Marcus's list to me is probably one of those lists to where if you are saying each team had like the best that could happen for them that year, or if it was like a regression to the mean, almost, because you can almost say just based off talent, Auburn should be a top 5 team in the SEC. Should be just based off.
I would bet on this list.
I can see Florida being where Florida's at because what happened? DJ Ladway hasn't been healthy all offseason. You know what I'm saying? I can see Florida at this. I actually understand the Ole Miss part, but I think Ole Miss probably a little bit higher. I think South Carolina probably be a little bit lower. You know what I'm saying? I think Oklahoma might be a little bit higher in this situation, but everywhere else, I can honestly see and understand why they put him there. So it's a great job, man. I ain't gonna.
It's pretty good.
I just said the same thing.
Now you saying that just because Alabama?
Yeah, you said it in crimson.
Did I say anything about? I ain't said. Wow.
You said it in crimson, man. That don't fly over here.
You said that because Alabama.
Wow.
That's it. That's all.
I thought we all had honest opinions. I guess. Man, your list is trash.
See, that's how he really feels. That's how he really feels. Is that he really wants to tell you Alabama gonna be at 2.
If your name is going, if you're gonna be the mayor, then your list gotta look like that. It looks like a mayor's list.
It looks like
man, you know, I'm trying to be as politically correct as possible, man.
You ain't gonna like my list. Man, I'll tell you that right now.
You probably not gonna like mine either.
All right, speaking of that, Speaking of Ted's list, we about to put Ted's predictions up right now on the screen.
I know Ted did a good job.
You about to
Non-biased, all that
You say
stuff.
that
I
now.
know he did a good job.
right now. Ted's list is coming up right now. Ted's, take it away, my guy.
Oh, okay.
All right. So my list, I got playoff teams in Georgia, Texas A&M, LSU, and Auburn. I think everybody knows how I feel about the coaching job that Kirby Smart does at Georgia. I repeat it again. He's the only one on this list that has won a national championship. He's the only one that has actually won the conference. So I'm going to go with Georgia. The questions are at quarterback, but the questions are always at quarterback for Georgia. They always find a way, seemingly under Kirby Smart, to get over that hurdle. And I got number 2, Texas A&M. I'm really high on Texas A&M this year. I think this is a team that can lead the SEC in rushing. With Marcel Reed, Le'Veon Moss, other running back, I can't think of his name right now. And I think that they have the pieces on defense, a lot of talent on defense. That linebacker room is talented with York and Scooby Williams. Secondary is super talented. And I think that when you can play defense and run the ball, you can be competitive with anybody. I trust Mike Elko to get the defense together. Then I got LSU. LSU, of course, passing offense was dynamic last year. I think if they get the running game together, that would serve them well. And just a hint of defense. They don't even need a lot. They just need a little bit of defense. Maybe like 1 or 2 third down stops a game. And all of a sudden that team could be at the top of this list, to be honest. And I got Auburn right there. See, I got the record at 9-3, so that means I do think that a 9-3 team from the SEC makes the playoffs this year. Missed the playoffs last year, and I think when you add the human element, people is gonna be like, they're gonna try to rectify that subconsciously. So I think a 9-3 football team makes the playoffs. Now, interestingly enough, I got Alabama right up under him, and I've also said that Alabama's going 9-3 this year. I think we both have 9-3 records. But I think our losses come in the middle of the season. I think we lose the 3 straight to Oklahoma, Texas A&M, and Georgia, and then we win out and beat Alabama, which is what puts us above them. Then Texas, I just don't believe in Arch Manning like that, man. I mean, he's not – I haven't seen enough of him to actually put him at the top of my list, and I refuse to believe that a true freshman from a team that wasn't in this conference is going to walk into this conference and – not a true freshman, but a first-year player that is going to walk into this conference and end up at the top of it. I got too much respect for the conference to do that. Missouri is one of my sleeper teams. Kirby Moore, offensive coordinator Kirby Moore, is one of the hottest new names. He was actually hired by Kalen DeBoer back in Fresno. And they get probably the best running back in the transfer portal at Hardy. And they always win games, right? You look up in Missouri, they always 8-9 win team. Tennessee, I think, takes a regression. I actually had them – I struggled with Tennessee. I wanted to put them lower. But then the news came out that Nico may not start at UCLA.
That's not true. That's not true.
It's not?
No, it's not true.
Okay, well, scratch that. But I still think Tennessee falls right there. Because Josh Heupel's system is just quarterback friendly. He always has 1,000-yard rushes on offense. I think defensively they play defense at Tennessee. I think this range right here is around the 8-5 range of the schedule. 8-5. Got Oklahoma right there with them. Got Ole Miss. I think they take a hit on the offensive line, which, Lane Kiffin always wins a lot of games, but when you can't block, I think you take a regression. South Carolina, I think, follows. South Carolina and Florida both have returning quarterbacks, but like Tyke said, I think that South Carolina lost a lot to the draft on defense. And Florida, I don't know what the health situation is going down there. It seems like they're a little unsure with what's going on in Florida. They don't seem as confident that they're going to do well this season. So I got them there. I think Vandy is right in there with a couple big game wins. Mississippi State a little bit better. And then bringing in the bottom end, I got Kentucky and Arkansas. So, yeah, that's it, man. I'm pretty sure people won't agree with this.
We want to get into it. I want to get everybody on the panel. Y'all thoughts on that, man? What are y'all thoughts on this? How y'all feel about it?
Can you bring your list back up, please, Nick?
If he will, his list asking, there it is.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Why everybody say that at the same? Why y'all say that? I disagree with.
You must be out of your.
I disagree. I disagree with Texas. I disagree with Oklahoma. Other than that, I disagree with Georgia. But other than that,
that's not bad. That's just 3.
I can see why you have everybody else where you have them at. It's just those 3 teams I disagree with.
Yeah, I disagree with Texas. I
figured that.
I disagree. I disagree. I just feel like LSU, yeah, in a good spot, but I feel like Texas A&M, I don't see them finishing top 5, man.
Yeah, man. Yes.
Yeah, I just can't see Texas A&M finishing top 5, man. Like I feel like you threw your Bama hate out there with putting them up front.
Nah, that's about where I got them, man. Honestly, I've been saying that they're gonna go 9-3 this whole time. I think both of us go 9-3. I think we win Iron Bowl. So
okay. But all right, my question to is, all right, if you got Bama going 9-3, who are they losses? Because I got them losing to us.
Okay, us, Georgia. Who else? Let me see. I got to pull up their schedule. I think that maybe now they get Oklahoma.
LSU.
They play LSU.
I think Bama beat Georgia this year, man.
You think Alabama beat Georgia at Georgia?
Yep.
Okay.
It's been done before.
Okay.
LSU perhaps was on your mind.
LSU.
And this delusion you got about Auburn, and let's see, maybe
Auburn, bro. Y'all hate Auburn.
Oklahoma again.
Oklahoma, no. I said Auburn, Georgia, LSU.
Auburn, Georgia, LSU, yeah, because LSU got conceded.
I got Auburn and LSU.
Auburn and LSU, not Georgia.
No, not Georgia.
Okay. Yeah, I told my people on my channel that's watching this through the channel that there will be a lot of comedy tonight. You guys are not disappointed at all.
All right, y'all.
So what don't you agree with, Ty?
What don't you?
I know Alabama.
But no, I don't know how. Either you should see this team, Alabama, going like 6-6, or 10 or 11 wins. I'm just telling you. We're not doing what we did last year. For a whole multitude of reasons, offensive coordinator, Milroe can't throw as well, and blah, blah, blah. A lot of that stuff is fixed. A lot of that stuff I think is going to be fixed. And you got to get a man time to rest into it. So either you would see like, oh, they're going to be 6-6 because the board always falls apart, or it may be something special brewing in up there at the capstone. Now, on your list, where you got, Ole Miss, and I think it was Ole Miss you had down. I would swap Texas. Here's the thing about Arch. I don't like him either. But
it's not that we don't like him. We just don't.
No, I'm saying, but like it's kind of like Cam Newton came in and set the world on fire. It's a question mark.
We're really talking about Sarkisian because Texas is 8-4, 8-5.
Right, Texas. Right. So I think he gives you the 10 win. Oh, and one thing I disagree with Auburn. If anybody in this league goes to the playoffs, they will have 10 wins.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Ain't gonna be no 9 because there's too many people playing cupcakes elsewhere.
Yeah,
I just think that the human element that they wouldn't allow that to happen again.
Remember, they use computers now, right? AI and all that stuff.
I feel like it's a 9-3 team is 5 SEC teams.
Is what was reported. They're using enhanced metrics now. Is what was reported.
I'm just saying. I feel like
how many?
I feel like
so you got 14.
I feel like you're gonna be 5.
So and check this out. Like when then like you got 9 wins. What if a bunch of group of 5 teams, like 3 or 4 got 11 wins? It's like I just don't think you're gonna get in with less than 10 wins. I mean, God bless whoever gets there. But I'm saying I don't see a 9-win team unless y'all win the conference championship some kind of way. Let's see championship.
So let me ask you this.
Let's still make it 10-3. Yeah.
I still think 9 wins, 9-3 for both Alabama and Auburn. Now look at my list, and then let's just say it's the other way around. How would you feel about that? If I put Alabama where Auburn is and Auburn where Alabama is, put Auburn and Alabama in the playoffs at 9-3.
I can actually see
Alabama at 9-3 making the playoffs.
I could see now that may be some human element that y'all always say is a conspiracy, even though we lost 16 games off of our record for buying $4,000 worth of textbooks, but y'all say we get favoritism. I'm telling you, I really think personally they'll probably shoot the D and take the top 3 teams that have 10 wins. That's me. That's what I'm saying.
Even if you got a 9-3 Alabama.
Look at the tie at 3-9, 5-7. That makes more sense to me than 9-3 again. To be honest, just be honest.
I think the brand is gonna matter this year.
Let's see if Auburn.
One of the boys.
You said the brand is going to matter or not going to matter, Ted?
The brand is going to matter.
I
don't think Alabama is sitting at 9-3, or a blue blood school is sitting at 9-3 this year.
And then Ted, we were 9-3
over them.
We were 9-3 last year's Alabama.
No. I agree with Ted's because they did come out with the thing of enhanced metrics. They basically said, "Who do you lose to?" Like they're not
going to let that happen again.
They're not going to let that happen.
But I would say, but in that sense, Ted, I would say it's going to be 5 teams.
Now that's a possibility. But I didn't want to put that many SEC teams in there. But that's a real possibility.
Now that's what I thought last year. Ole Miss.
Because Ole Miss, like those 9 teams barely missed the playoffs last year.
Right.
Really consider putting them in.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest because we had lost to Oklahoma and we had lost to Vanderbilt. I'm looking at Ole Miss like if any one of the 9 teams go, I thought even though Lane is a goofy, I thought they probably were like firing on most cylinders to me. Because I saw some of the South Carolina wins when, Lane again, it's like I thought that they were a better team to go, but they didn't go. And, I just don't see 9. I think the threshold will be 10.
Last year, I thought they were going to find a way to put Bama in, but it let me know that it was more Nick Saban than Bama getting those 9.
I think we're a lot closer to the number 3 team in the SEC being a 9-3 team this year than people think.
That's a good point.
Not just the number 4 team.
I thought about that. Now I did think about that.
Being a 9-3 football team.
Trust me, I'm hoping against hope that I could be a 10-2. But it's
a tough league, man.
That's why I told you, like five losses is just not. It's not as horrible depending on who you are. I mean, Mississippi State when they get 5 wins, it's
gonna have
a pretty good job.
6. All right, man. Let's go ahead. Let's get into my prediction. I don't care what y'all think about mine because this is what I think is gonna happen. It is what it is. I think it's gonna fare out. Nick's
from the minds of Frazier.
This is Nick's predictions. All right.
Wait a minute.
I got Auburn and Oklahoma.
Wait a minute.
Going 10-2 in this season. I actually have 5 SEC teams going to the playoff. I have Texas, Oklahoma, LSU, Auburn, and Alabama. I don't think Georgia makes it this year. I think this is the year that we see. I think we see a step back from Georgia this year. I think when you saw the first year Stan Sabitty didn't won a national championship, that was based off of Georgia's defense. I don't think Georgia's defense is going to be as dominant as people say they're going to be this upcoming season. We're going to see that. I think as the year moves on, you will see them get to that point. Definitely next year, Georgia will be one of those defenses that we want to watch out for. They got a lot of young talent. Their linebacking core, in my personal opinion, is probably the strength of their defense. You get to the offense side of the ball, the offensive line. I think only one guy on that offensive line for Georgia has more than 5 starts, and I think his name is Ernest Green. Everybody else is brand new guys on that offensive line. You brought in Noah Thomas from Texas A&M. You brought in Zachariah Branch from USC as your wide receivers. Nate Frazier is still in the backfield. So the running game is going to be the strength of this team, and you still got to see what Gunnar Stockton is going to do this year. I don't see Georgia making it to the playoffs this year. Sue me. I don't care. This is how I have the SEC ending up. I have Texas at the top. I think Texas is the best team top to bottom in the conference when you look at the offensive side of the ball, when you look at the defensive side of the ball, I have Texas as the best team. That does not mean I think Texas is going to go up to Ohio State the first game of the year and win. I actually don't think that may happen. Texas is the best team in the SEC. A lot of people sleeping on Oklahoma. Oklahoma is for real. They have a quarterback and OC combination where the quarterback is teaching the guys that's been in Oklahoma how the offense is supposed to be run. Oklahoma's going to be for real. LSU, Garrett Nussmeier. You look at Garrett Nussmeier in the offense, they just coming back again this year. The offense was not the problem last year. The defense was the problem. Harold Perkins is back. Jack Pyburn transfer. Patrick Payton transfer from the front seven. Trust me, LSU is going to be a problem. Alabama, I got to give it to you. Alabama has a really good defense on at all three levels on the defense side of the ball. We'll see what the offense is like. Y'all say they got players on the side, Jeremy Bernard, Ryan Williams, and stuff like that. We'll see what happens this year. Y'all still got Ty. Simpson at quarterback. Y'all got the same problems that Auburn have. I got Auburn right up under them. Georgia finishing right outside of that. I got Georgia finishing right outside of that. Texas A&M, Ole Miss, Florida. I think this year for Florida could go either one or two ways. This could be a really good year for Florida, or this could be a really bad year for Florida. I think
how many wins for Ole Miss?
I think Ole Miss is probably at that 9-win. I think Ole Miss, Texas A&M is in that 9-win category. That's why I got them at. Teetering on getting to the 10th win. Florida could be at that 8-9 win mark in my personal opinion. But it depends on the health of DJ Ladwar. DJ Ladwar has not been healthy all off season. I don't know if he can hold up for the season. So it really depends on him when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. Missouri, I think Missouri is the wild card in this conference. We don't know the quarterback situation for them. They still up in the air about that. But I think Missouri overall as a team is going to be good. Ever since Eli Drinker was handed over play calling abilities to the offensive coordinator that he hired to come in, they won 10 games plus every year. South Carolina, I think South Carolina is going to have a drop off this year for the same reason that Ty said. They lost a lot on the defensive side of the ball. Arkansas is going to be formidable, but it's still Arkansas. I think Arkansas is going to have some really big wins this year, but when it comes to those wins, to those games to certain games that they're going to lose. Mississippi State, I got Mississippi State making it to the playoff. I mean, not the playoff, making it to a bowl game, 6 wins. Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Kentucky. I got Tennessee as the biggest drop-off this year in the conference, man. I'm telling you, Tennessee is going to have a really, really bad year. You expect Joey Aguilar, a guy that regressed from year 1 to year 2 at Appalachian State, to come in who did not have a spring with Tennessee, to come in who just named the starter today, if I'm not mistaken, to come in to be the guy. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, Tennessee is going to be a long season for y'all. Y'all go ahead, pick it apart. I don't care what y'all got to say. What y'all think, what it is.
I ain't really too mad outside of the Oklahoma. I don't know what you're seeing right now. I said 10-2. I hope.
How many teams in the playoffs?
12.
And you got half of them coming from the SEC just about.
I got 5 coming from the SEC because I'm just like Tez. I actually think Alabama is in that 9 to 10 win range this year in the win category. But I'm just like Tez. I just don't see the committee, especially when they announced today this enhanced metrics that they're gonna be using to get teams to the playoffs. I don't see them not having at least 5 SEC teams in the playoffs this year. I'm just putting it like that. And part of that is I don't want to say this out loud, but I think Notre Dame is not going to be as good this year as a lot of people think they are on the offensive side. So Notre Dame might be one of those that might not get into the playoffs this year. I think defensively they're going to be solid. Offensively, I don't know. I don't know about the offensive side of the ball for Notre Dame this year. So that makes way for a 5th SEC team to get into that conversation. And that's the reason why I have 5 SEC teams in the picture. But, it is what it is, man. That's what I got. Go ahead. Tell me what y'all think.
When it comes to
so you basically
play Oklahoma?
So what now?
Do you all play Oklahoma?
Yeah, we play Oklahoma 4th game of the season. I actually have Auburn losing that game.
You play LSU.
No, we don't play LSU.
You do play Georgia.
We do play Georgia at home.
I just have a problem with Georgia being left out of a top 5
That's you.
I think it's top
That's you.
five. That's a lot.
I already missed. Like y'all sit here and think that y'all actually think that there's a world that Georgia don't make the playoffs. Like there's a world that Georgia does not make the playoffs this year.
You just gotta win 10 games, and they are more in position to win 10 than
all right,
others.
I'm telling y'all, Georgia is not gonna be as dominant as a lot of people think they will be this year. But okay,
but I don't think it's gonna be no team in the SEC that's gonna just look like they clear far above everybody.
It's gonna be a fight every week.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking like I said, the number 3 team in the SEC could be 9-3.
Kind of like heavyweight division at the home start.
It's kind of like you're saying that the Big 12 was better than SEC.
That one season, yeah, I had a lot more.
Here we go with the SEC hate again.
It's not SEC.
Yeah, Texas and Oklahoma.
It's more exciting. It was more exciting to watch.
Oh.
Oklahoma. I mean, I understand. I understand people's optimism. The only thing is they get Jay Ott, who's a running back. Whenever he played the SEC team, he couldn't move the ball at all. He never showed it. And that SEC team was Auburn. Also, they get John Mateer and Ben Arbuckle, but they lost 5 games in Washington.
Okay, that's because they didn't have a defense.
They only scored like 14 points against Wyoming.
They didn't have a defense. They didn't have a really good defense. You talking one game. When you look at the whole season, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Washington State averaged like 28, 29 points a game or something like that. So I'm not if you're talking just one game against Wyoming, okay, fine. But let's look at
what happens when you play the cream of your conference. Like
I had a homeboy on that Washington State team, and they told me that Mateer does choke in big games.
Okay. I'm telling you.
And you're talking about a conference where there's going to be a big game every week. I'm just saying the adjustment to come to the SEC is not as. It's one of the reasons why I like Jackson Arnold. Is he's seen it.
Hey, question, Nick, real quick. I mean, so I'm looking at Georgia's schedule. What record do you got Georgia having this year?
9-3.
With the losses being to whom?
I think Georgia loses to Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Georgia loses to Alabama.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because I think Alabama does go to Georgia and get that win. I mean, because I had it written down, but I don't have it in front of me. Who wasn't? Just give me the schedule real quick.
They play Marshall game 1. They play Austin Perry game 2. Tennessee game 3. Bama game 4. Kentucky game 5. Auburn game 6.
They losing to Auburn.
Ole Miss game 7. Florida game 8. Mississippi State game 9. Texas game 10 and Charlotte game 11, and finish off the season with Georgia Tech.
I think Texas could potentially beat them. I got Auburn beating them. I got Alabama beating them, and I wouldn't put it past Georgia Tech beating them because Georgia Tech actually was beating them last year in that game, and that game had to go to, if I'm not mistaken, 7 overtimes in order for Georgia to win. So it's not out the realm of possibility that Georgia could go 9-3, 8-4 this year.
They could.
Yeah, I just think Kirby outcoaches Hugh this year, man.
Yeah, listen, y'all put a lot of faith in Kirby, and as Ted say, he's the only one that's won the conference. He's the only one that won that championship. But even when Nick Saban was in the conference, guess who was the only 2 people that won the conference in the SEC? Kirby Smart and Nick Saban. No other coach. Just because Nick Saban's gone, now by default he's the only one. So my saying listen, Kirby's a good coach. But what do y'all tell me all the time when it comes to players on the field? You got to have the guys on the field to play right. This year, he has a lot of young talent. I'm not saying Georgia's not talented. I'm saying Georgia's not experienced is what it is. So my thing is, unlike Auburn, who had a lot of young guys played last year, that's going to be experienced this year. There's a difference in this. So my thing is, I understand Georgia's been at the top for the past 6, 7, 8 years and stuff like that. But there is a world where Georgia does not make the college football playoff this year. And I believe that's this year. Now, next year, they may come back and they may be Georgia of old again. Who knows? But I don't see it this year. That's all it is. That's it.
I think the one thing that good coaches make up for is experience.
Okay.
Good coaches do a good job of getting guys who haven't been in the system
We'll see this year.
Play within the system.
We'll see this.
I don't know, like at least look better in the system than they supposed to look, Tez. I agree with that.
We'll see this year. We'll see. I'm like, look, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm telling you, based on what I feel and what I have read and what I have analyzed over this, I don't see it. I don't see it. But hey, it is what it is.
I mean,
everybody's opinion.
It's not like it's not like you had them falling off the map.
No, you had them at 5. Well, no, 6.
You dropped Tennessee almost out the country.
When you say that, people be like, "Oh my God, Georgia's at 5." Yeah, there's a world where Georgia's probably possibly at 5. So let's just be real about it.
It's interesting. I try
Can you put
to
your list up again, Nick?
Yeah, I'll put it up. Ain't no problem. That's it.
Yeah,
Look at it.
I got stuck at Georgia at 5. I ain't looking at the rest.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nobody's high on South Carolina.
No. Nobody.
I'm high on Sellers.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
Everybody's high on the player. You're not high on the team.
Everybody's got South Carolina around in the same range.
Sucking wind.
There's a difference. Yeah, I'm high on Sellers. Everybody's high on DJ Ladway, but I think Florida could go either way.
Right. Their coach is still a bozo.
Yeah. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Nick. I invite give me the Tennessee one day.
You want Tennessee higher, is what you're saying.
What's the record? I'm asking.
5-7.
That got to be more than 5. 7.
5-7.
So what's Vanderbilt?
5-7, 4-8. Huh?
What's Vanderbilt?
I think Vanderbilt is probably 5-7, 6-6. You got to understand, even last year in the conference, if I'm not mistaken, I think the only teams that were not bowl eligible, like the last 2 or 3 teams in the conference that were not bowl eligible last year, if I'm not mistaken. So you literally could have 13 to 14 teams in this conference that could win and be bowl eligible, and 2 of them could not. Right. So there's a chance that could happen. But go ahead.
I was saying, where's your 500 line? Your bowl eligible line?
Bowl eligible line? Mississippi State. You already know that. Mississippi State, Vanderbilt.
So that's the beginning.
Yeah, I think
13 teams more.
I think there's a chance that Arkansas. I think there's a chance Arkansas can go 6-6, 7, and win a 7 game at a bowl game. I think Mississippi State goes and wins 6 games. Vanderbilt could be on that 5-6 win trajectory, and honestly, Vanderbilt potentially could be high on that list. Vanderbilt could be a 7-8 win team as well. I just think Tennessee, the 2 teams that I am for sure on that's not gonna have great seasons is Tennessee and Kentucky. That's what I'm sure of. I am for sure. I am not a fan of Tennessee this year.
And when you say good, you mean like under 8 wins?
What do you mean? What are you talking about? Like, what you talking about?
So you saying not going to have a good season? You got
a good season to me. If you make a bowl, if you bowl eligible, that's a good season. So that's my line of a good year. Bowl eligibility. I don't think
Mississippi State and up is bowl eligible, right?
Yeah, Vanderbilt, Mississippi State.
Okay.
I was trying to find this AI to word this question. How many teams in the last 20 years have increased their winning by 25%? And what's interesting, I don't know if the results are totally accurate. People just don't hit 20%. They really go from like 40, 43 wins, and it uses a new coach, somebody coming in like that. And but I don't know if this answer is complete. You have to search for it. I thought it was interesting. Based on what I saw, it's like 18 teams have done it.
Tight. What's up with your audio?
Me?
Yeah, you kind of going in and out a little bit.
Yeah, your echo real bad. But I guess
let me clear down.
Yeah, all of us echoing, really.
Yeah, that's what I was saying because I just
Do you
heard.
hear me at all now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it was like you was going in and out,
Yeah.
like for real, for real.
Oh,
Go ahead.
but I was thinking like, but I only found 18 teams that had done it. But usually people don't just get to 25; they really excel. Kind of like when one of the years that showed us was like I think it was when Cam came to Auburn.
Mhm.
Was started? Was it 13?
That's 25%.
What was the one 2013? What were you guys doing? We
That
was on there
was-
from 2009.
Went from 3-9 to 13.
That was 3-9. Yeah.
13-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so throw that into
That
your
was-
thinking sometimes. Like ordinary things happen, but that's why I was looking. Texas A&M won 8 games last year.
Yep. The only biggest drop on this list is legit Tennessee. Tennessee was a 10-win team that I'm saying is going to drop to 5.
You didn't have South Carolina at 9 wins.
Yeah, and I got South Carolina possibly around that 7-8 win mark again this year.
Yeah.
That's not
You
that.
can't go down. You can go down like a thud. You can thud to the bottom.
That's not a big drop. If you have anything, you can say Mississippi State from 2 to 6. Okay, that is a what 200% increase. If I'm not
300.
mistaken,
Is it 300 or 200?
no, it's 200. Yeah, 2 to 4.
200. Okay.
Yeah, 2 to 4 is one. Yeah, so 200% increase in wins per se. That might be. Is my math right? Somebody check my math real quick.
I think it's 300, but I'm
Yeah.
From 2 to 6, 300. You right?
2 to 6.
Yeah, 2 times 3 is 6. Yeah, you're right. 300% increase in that. You know what I'm saying?
So you basically saying it's 200.
It's 200.
Okay, I was right. Okay, I was right the first time. Okay, cool.
He was ready
But
first.
basically, when you're saying that he's got to win essentially 4 SEC games.
No, he doesn't.
I'm
He has to-
coming
no,
from a
that's
season where they didn't
not what I said.
win any last year.
That's not what I said. I said he has to win 4 more games. You look at the schedule. Southern Miss first, even though Tight thinks they're gonna lose that game. I don't understand why. I think they beat Arizona State because Arizona State has to come to Starkville. The next 2 games,
Okay.
I think they win. That's 4. I actually think they beat Tennessee because Tennessee is a home game for them, and I think they either beat Missouri or Ole Miss at the end of the year. Like people
That's 4
realize,
SEC games.
people fail to realize that's 2 SEC games, but that's still bowl eligibility. That's them still being bowl eligible. That's them still winning.
Yeah,
6
what I'm saying is last year they won 2 games and they didn't win any SEC games.
And
So in order for them to get the 6, I'm gonna give them the non-conference games and say that they're gonna win those 2 again.
yeah, and I'm
The
giving them
other 4 games have to be SEC games.
2 of the 2 games have to be SEC games. I'm giving them.
I thought you said they're getting the 6.
Yeah, they got 4 non-conference games to start.
4.
If I'm not mistaken. Let's pull up. Let's pull up Mississippi State's schedule.
Yeah, pull up that trash.
It's not trash. Mississippi State's 2025 schedule. All right, so Mississippi State starts with Southern Miss. They start with Southern Miss. They got to go to Southern Miss. Then they play Arizona State at home. Then they play Alcorn State at home. They play Northern Illinois at home. Then they play Tennessee, and then from Tennessee on is all SEC. And is after that all the way.
Now I see what you said.
That's what I'm saying. They got 4 non-conference games.
Okay.
Then they'll play. They'll beat Tennessee, and then they beat either Ole Miss or Missouri at the end of the season. Is what I have.
Can we be living in a world
gotta
where
get in Arizona.
They go 5-0?
Yeah, I gotta beat Arizona State, man. Arizona State is legitimately, yeah. Look, Arizona State is not Arizona State of last year.
Is it Arizona? Wait a minute, hold it. So Arizona State that went to the playoffs, or is it Arizona?
They not. It's not the same team. Scatterboo gone. A lot of.
No. I didn't say that. We didn't know who Scatterboo was last year. Before last
Yeah, that's what
year.
I'm saying. Yeah, a lot of
But
They still
how
got
we
the
know they
quarterback,
don't
right?
keep up on some other Texas talent next year? And is Northern Illinois a guaranteed win?
I mean, don't get it twisted. Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame last year, but
It did be Notre Dame.
I mean, I would that is true. But I mean, I'm looking at this from a utopian society. I think Mississippi State is
You look at what?
perfect. That's what utopia means. Come on, Ty.
I got you. Then you said they're gonna be Tennessee and
at home, and I think they either beat Missouri or Ole Miss at the end of the year.
Missouri or Ole Miss.
I'm gonna tell you how Nick looking at it. Nick looking at it like SEC is better than the rest of these conferences.
Just told you how I'm looking at it. See, this is the reaction I wanted from everybody when I put my list up. I wanted people to sit there and be like, "Wait a minute, could this actually be it? Could this actually happen?" You know what I'm saying? I want you to sit there and be like, "Man, how did he come up with that?"
Well, in order for it to it's got a lot of moving parts.
Not a lot of moving parts. It's not.
Yeah, because in order for Mississippi State's dream to come true,
y'all are looking at this. Y'all are looking at this.
Tennessee has to be trash.
Y'all are looking at
Garbage.
Trash. They're gonna be trash. Y'all are looking at this from like the standard.
Mississippi State trash.
No, Tennessee trash.
No, I'm saying like to drop down to a level where Tennessee's gonna fall off, but are they gonna?
Yes, they are.
And one thing I'll tell you about Josh Heupel.
Oh God, he got to go.
You know, I think they'll be better at the end of the year. Same thing with South Carolina. They get better as they get more playing time in, but so that makes things tougher for teams that are just getting to the point where they can stick their chest out a little bit.
Okay.
Hey man, and I'll tell you like this, man. Don't discount Joey Aguilar, man. He let the ball go. Like in this offense, where he don't have to do like a lot of processing and he can just let the ball fly. I'm just saying.
And like you said, he brought in a lot of people to Mississippi State, but they gotta give him time to cohese. Notre Dame, that's why they lost to Northern Illinois. So he had to say, your boys, they hard spawn Kool-Aid. And he told Mark after the game, they would put, got the Kool-Aid out there to the finals. Well, Christ.
Okay, you got a point. It's the same thing with the quarterback position.
About the whole team,
Tim, with the quarterback position, it touches the ball every single play. Shout out to Tim.
Bobby Hill.
Bobby Hill can't save Tennessee from doom. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim.
Bobby.
Bruh,
now, Bobby, you go in there and do what your mama says.
When we get to the end of the season, yeah, he do like Bobby from Hank from King of the Hill, man.
Yeah, he need to train.
Yeah, he does. So, am I the only one that don't have Texas making the playoffs?
Yeah, I think you don't.
Being the playoff team.
I think you're the only one that don't have Texas making the playoff.
Yeah, you got a lot of folks looking for you tomorrow.
We didn't do a call-in show tonight, man, because this got really interesting. But trust me, call-in show will be Friday, man. We doing call-in shows Friday. Is what it's gonna be. That's what it is, man. This was interesting, man. This was interesting. I enjoyed this because I was like, this is gonna be interesting. I want to see what everybody, and I'm happy that my list made everybody look the way that they look right now on screen. I don't know what Marcus look like, but I'm happy. And everybody, I'm happy.
Trust me, I was driving home and I had to double look at my phone.
So all right.
All I'm saying is, at the end of the season, when we come back and y'all see the list and y'all be like, damn.
Ted says a look of concern.
No, I got so, okay. I know I'm gonna lose this, right? But you can't pick your own list. Whose list would you pick?
I still pick mine because I'm a Bama fan.
But you can't pick your own list. That's what he just said.
I'm not a fan. What you mean?
I gotta go with Marcus's list, man.
I like Marcus's list though. I'm gonna like Marcus list better than mine.
Even though I can't pick it, I'm still picking mine. Even though I can't. Still rocking with mine. This is not, and this is how I see this season. This season is not the normal of where you just pencil people in and just say this is what we're gonna be at this year.
I agree.
That's gone.
I agree.
That's gone. And I can't. And from now on, I'm not picking teams like that. I'm picking teams based on what I see, based on the talent on the team, based on what how they fit into what the system is, based on what I saw from that particular player last year on his new team. If he transferred, I'm telling you, this is a whole different world. And I'm telling you,
Lord,
I got a question.
Oklahoma.
What do you do with teams that have traditionally shown that they can perform with like young talent.
Who are you trying to
Like a
who
Georgia.
Who you referring to?
Like a Georgia. Like
okay.
a team that continue like it.
I ask you this question: at what point in time did Georgia show you they can perform with young talent? Because if you talk about 2021, a lot of those guys on that 2021 team were upperclassmen, and a lot of those guys got drafted to the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's true.
And even the next year in 2022, when they won a championship again, a lot of those guys got drafted to the Philadelphia Eagles. So when did on the defensive side of the ball that Kirby Smart, if you want to go all the way back to Alabama, okay, that's it. But since he's been at Georgia, when has he used young talent? When has young talent where majority of the defense on the defense side of the ball has been young talent, guys that have not been experienced enough to have been playing, when it has not been a mixture of young talent and experienced guys? When has he not had?
I think in 2022 it was a mixture of young talent and experienced guys.
No. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying, this year he has a lot of young talent and he got a lot of experience on the defensive side of the ball. Is what I'm saying.
Okay. I mean that's fair. That's fair.
So what I'm saying is every time he's had that, he's had very experienced guys at different positions on the defensive side of the ball mixed with the guys that's coming up. This year, he ain't got that.
But unlike South Carolina,
okay.
If I had to say, okay, who's going to have their defense nearly back to where it was or close to where it was, even if he lost a lot of people, I'd put my money on Kirby. I trust Sarkisian to fix the offense, and have it performing as high as it could be or can with whatever he has, a young quarterback or what have you. So I just don't see Georgia. You said 8-4.
No, I said 9-3. But if you take into account that Georgia Tech game, knowing that Georgia Tech did that at Athens last year, and then now they have to go to Georgia Tech, they got to go to Atlanta.
You know what Georgia Tech fan now.
Now they twisted. Eric Singleton's not on that team this year, but Haynes King is still back. He's still the quarterback of the team.
Yeah,
I mean, they got a lot of that offense is returning, except for Eric Singleton. And Eric Singleton wasn't even a big part of that game that night, to be honest with you. He had a couple of catches, but it was other receivers that were that made a splash just because Eric Singleton, just because of the attention that he brought, just because of the weapon that he was. But I'm just sitting here saying, man, like, let's not act like there is a world where Georgia's not in the playoff conversation.
I mean, that's true. It is a world. It just I don't know if it is because a lot of other teams got better. But I don't know if like just using or saying like inexperienced. I think Kirby's a better coach than that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's lost less than 10 games at Georgia. Except for like his first year.
He lost less than 2 games, 2 years. He went 85 2 years.
He won 8 games during the pandemic.
And he won 8, and then he won 8 games
in his first year. He went 8-5. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, you think he regressed to that first year? 8-5 team, 9-3 team?
Because just like you said, I think a lot of other teams got better in the conference.
I haven't looked at their schedule. Anybody got their schedule?
Who, Georgia? We just went down it.
What was that?
It's interesting.
You were just sitting there. You were sitting there. Let's not act like this is not something that's coming down the pipe. You go 2 years ago, if it wasn't for Brock Bowers, Auburn wins that game at home. You go last year, Auburn. If you go last year, Auburn, that was a 7-point game in the fourth quarter. And Auburn,
that's football though, man.
That's football.
That's my point.
You know what happens when you play against good coaches.
Georgia was dominant. They weren't dominant.
No.
They weren't dominant.
You know what happens? You know what happens when you play against good coaches? What we're doing right now. If it wasn't for this, we'd have won. If it wasn't for that, you know how many if it wasn't for Nick Saban stories I got?
You're correct.
Find ways to
because
win.
good coaches
win.
No, they weren't dominant. No.
Answer your question about other teams getting better in the conference. Other teams have shown that they can play with Georgia. And if one thing, and if one, and if,
Can
and
they
if
win though?
that ball didn't bounce in that one, and if that ball didn't bounce in that direction, guess what? Georgia probably would have lost those games, but they didn't. I'm not disagreeing with you.
We played with everybody last year. We were competitive
And
everybody
it was
last
a
year,
close, it was a competitive game until the fourth quarter.
But we didn't win because of what? Why don't you win those games?
Well, you didn't win.
Coaching.
You didn't win because of a play call. Now that right there was coaching.
Coaching. That's what I'm saying. So it's like that's what I'm saying. You can't discount coach. I would tell you right now, coaching for Auburn is worth 4 games last year, 4 or 5 games. So if coaching is worth 5 games for us, how many is it if you Kirby Smart?
Not missing a field goal kicker for the whole season. That's not worth at least 2. You know what I'm saying?
That too. Hey, that too, but that changes how you coach.
Not the defense giving up 30 longs all season long. That's not worth putting the offense in a better field goal situation. I mean, field position. Like I understand coaching is part of it. Trust me, I understand. But there were other aspects of the game that we can sit back and be like, look, I just feel like a lot of people put a lot on Kirby. Let's get it real, man. Kirby's a good coach. I'm not avowing that at all. He's a good coach.
I'm not talking about just X's. I'm not just talking about X's and O's.
Most people are used to him seeing. That's all it is.
No, I'm not just talking about X's and O's though. It's like having people prepared to play. I can guarantee you they have a contingency plan for their field goal kicker.
Okay.
I guarantee you there's a game plan of how to call plays when you know what happened with us when we lost our field goal kicker. It was very clear that he didn't know how to call plays without that 3 in his back pocket. He was great up until he crossed the 50, and then all of a sudden he wasn't taking the shots he's supposed to take when he's supposed to take them and stuff like that. So it's like, I think because all of these teams have talent every year in this conference. All of them are very talented. And what separates it most times is, like we said, these little moments where if this didn't happen, we'd have won. If that didn't happen, this team would have won. If that didn't happen, this team would have won. But like when that starts to happen on the side of one team all the time, when that's always the story, you got to look at how that team is prepared, because it's like when they get into these moments, they always come out on top.
But when
that's worth 5 games.
How many times? Name me how many times Georgia has been in that situation. Please,
almost every year. Almost every year at the beginning of the year. Listen, no. Almost every year at the beginning of the year, we say the same story. Georgia might not be that good this year. They don't play nobody.
You've never
such and such.
Who said that? Who said that?
I said it when they had divisions.
I'm not making it up.
That's different. That's different. But who said it? Who said it in the past 2 years?
It's been questioned whether they should even be number 1 because they had
the quarterback situation.
Nobody knew Stetson Bennett was gonna be Stetson Bennett.
Right. Like it's always questions around Georgia in like whether they gonna be at the top of the heap or not. It always is. Nobody believed in Stetson Bennett. Nobody believed in Carson Beck.
Wait. So are you saying the questions are because of the schedule that they have? Because if that's the case, then
no.
Y'all questions are legit because of the schedule. If you talking about the schedule weak, then that means they haven't really played anybody. And then the teams that were comparable to them that actually did give them a test, you saw what happened. Now in those games, yes, a coaching decision was the difference in a win for Georgia or a loss for Georgia in that situation. But if you're talking about them playing Kentucky, if you're talking about them playing Missouri in that situation, if you're talking about them playing Florida when Florida was bad and stuff like that, I think they dominating them teams.
Every team has got those moments, bro. It's like there's only been a couple teams that didn't have that. Like you can point to 2019 LSU, they blew everybody out the water. 2020 Alabama pandemic year, they blew everybody out the water. But other than that, the season is a collection of these moments where you struggle to get past some good teams, where you struggle. Like one of the things, I hate talking about Nick Saban so much, but one of the things that made him so great was avoiding the trap game. If you really think about it, look how many of those little moments that they have in each of those seasons where they just somehow bounced in their favor.
Like 09, man. 09, they had to block 2 field goals against Tennessee to go on and win that. It is coaching because they put the right man in the right place on the team.
Had a dogfight with Auburn.
You're right. All right, man.
They scouted out.
In fact, that was the only team that really gave LSU that some comp that year. Was Auburn. We almost beat them.
If Derek Brown don't fall on that fumble recovery, we beat that team.
That's very true.
So is that coaching or luck? Which one?
Shoot,
I mean, either way it go, they would have won a national championship because they was just that good.
No. You've been seeing him make. You've been making the argument saying that coaching in those little moments are the reason why that those teams win. And I asked the question. You said you basically said you stated the question that we've been having about Georgia at the beginning of the year is because of certain positions and the schedule that they've been playing. And I said that even when they played teams that were comparable to them, Auburn 2023 in that game when Auburn should have got blown out because Auburn wasn't a good roster, they still were competitive in that game. And a lot of those games that they've been playing, they've been competitive. And you said that coaching in certain situations help that team over the boat. You put Brock Bowers in the slot and just say, run down the seam, I'm gonna throw you the ball and all the way down the field. Okay, that's a coaching decision. I'm gonna get my best player the ball. That's a coaching decision.
Right.
Titan just said we had to block 2 field goals in a game to win that game. Is that coaching or is that luck?
Well, I give you one. It was coaching.
I don't know.
Because I heard him talk about how they scouted out the field goal team.
Hold up. But we got to take into account that was Carson Beck, first year as a starter, and he was enjoying hell. Coaching kind of put him in a situation to beat us, bro.
What we're doing now is we finding little instances. I'm talking about a track record of this happening. We always say this about Georgia. We don't always. What I'm saying, we don't always say that about LSU. We don't always say that about. We always say this about Alabama. We've always said this about Georgia. Like after a while, after you always saying the same thing about the same teams, it becomes like, okay, well maybe they just a well-coached team. Maybe this program is being ran right. If they always are coming out on the other end of these moments, right?
I agree.
It's just like you kind of would. I don't know. Every team you can count to these flash moments in every team, but like consistently.
You don't build dynasty
dominance
coaches.
Yeah, dominance looks like dominance at the macro, but at the micro level, it's these little bitty. Oh, I beat this team barely. I lost to this team. How many times have we seen a team lose?
I'm gonna ask
and
the
then
question
bounce
again.
back.
I'm gonna ask the question again. This is the question I'm asking again. You basically said on the macro level, it looks like dominance. In the macro level, it looks like dominance. On the micro level, it looks like there is something that helps get those teams over the hump. And you saying it's that's what you're saying.
To a standard.
Yeah.
How many times can you put in one season to where Alabama or Georgia? Well, let's take Alabama because we're talking about Georgia. How many times can you put into a season where Georgia was in a situation to where without the games I just named, how many times can you put into a situation where Georgia was in a situation where they were not heavily favored to go into the game and they did go in there and actually wet the bed, and they actually were losing the game badly. Like that's my question. How many times has Georgia been the heavy favorite and not heavily beat the team that they were playing? That's my question.
When you just brought up last year when you was like bringing up Georgia Tech, they would have won that game.
My point exactly. It has not happened a lot for them. So in those, when you have those miniature moments, those games, yes, you're going to say, oh, they got to be coaching. They have to be coaching because they are doing that. The coaches is putting them in situations in order for them to get over the hump. But when you are heavily favored and you going out beating teams by 2-3 touchdowns every week,
just because you heavily
sample size.
Just because you're heavily favored, that doesn't mean that you should definitely guarantee that you're gonna blow a team out.
But you're missing my point. You're missing my point. My point is, how many times has Georgia been in tight games?
They've been in a couple tight games. They was in Kentucky fighting for their life.
How many times has Georgia been in tight games?
They had 2 games.
I don't know specifically,
last year, right?
but I know last year I can specifically.
Georgia
just pointed to them. Georgia Tech.
Georgia beat Texas 30-15. Georgia beat Texas.
Then they had to come back and beat them again, 22-19.
My point exactly. So how many times? And that was against the same team. When you go look at
Texas was favored in that game, right?
You go look.
So that's like 4, Nick.
When you go, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what you missing.
You asked how many times?
You're missing the point. but you're making my point. Over the time period, they have not been in many tight games to where coaching has to have where a coach had to make a decision for them to win the game. They haven't. They've been blowing people out. They've been winning by 10
4 is a lot.
Man,
4 is the difference between undefeated
baby.
and 8 and
Kirby,
4.
you making it look too easy.
Y'all literally just sat here and told me. Y'all literally just sat here and told me that y'all was questioning Georgia before because of the schedule that they were playing because it was easy.
No, I'm saying the narrative was Georgia doesn't play anybody.
I said that when they had divisions. That was some years ago.
Georgia, they said that Georgia didn't even play anybody. Right? That was the narrative. Georgia didn't play anybody.
Y'all literally just said.
Were they not Were they not underdogs against Texas both games?
Games to where they had to actually have a coaching decision.
Listen, I picked. Who did in 2021? Who did Georgia? Is that the year they play Alabama? No. Is that the year they? Is that the year they play Alabama in the SEC championship? What year was that?
Yeah, probably because I'm the only two
2021, 2022. Okay, so that first year when that game came by, I picked Georgia to lose that game. It was whatever year that Georgia lost the SEC championship and then came back and won the national championship.
That's
I picked Georgia to lose that game. Why? Because they had not played nobody, and that was going to be the toughest test that they had played the entire year. And what did they do? They went out there and they lost. But guess what? When they saw that team again, because they have a good coach, they won. They ended up winning everything. I know, like 4, like you said, 4 games is just 4 games, but
it's not a big enough sample size.
I'll
it's
say
a
like
huge
this.
sample size because if you turn 4 of our games,
it's not a big enough sample size.
If you turn 4 of our games around, we are playoff.
I just haven't seen enough from Kirby to say he should be doubted. I haven't seen enough from Kirby to say he should be doubted.
4 games in a 12-game season. I think that's pretty.
If you turn 4 of our games around, we're a playoff team.
It is what it is. It's not. It is what it is. I am literally talking about his time. You know what? You know what? Y'all right. Y'all are correct. I did not set the parameters right for the argument. Y'all are right. Y'all are correct. Kirby is a great coach when it comes in the clutch. Shout out to Kirby. Georgia's going to win the national championship this year. That's all it is. I didn't set the parameters right this year.
Well, that's another thing. Would they have won if the quarterback didn't get hurt last year?
Parameters right for the argument.
And his dad died on the way to the game. They had a whole hurricane. All that happened. I'm just saying.
Y'all correct. Y'all correct. Even though I still think Georgia's gonna miss the playoffs, but it is what it is. It is.
Would they? Okay, just asking around. Do y'all think they would have won if the quarterback hadn't got hurt?
Who you talking about?
Georgia last year. They lost the It lost bet going into the playoff game.
Do I think Georgia would have won?
Yeah, won the whole thing.
I think Notre Dame still would have beat them.
I think they would have won that game.
No,
I was thinking they would have won that game.
I think that had that been a regular game. Remember that game got rescheduled because of the storm.
Right.
Kirby Smart's dad died on the way to the game. Something crazy like that,
man.
And they lost their starting quarterback. I think under regular circumstances, they would have beat Notre Dame.
Okay. All right. Y'all right, man. Y'all right.
I'm just saying it happened.
All I'm saying is this year Georgia's not gonna be as dominant as people expect them to be this year. But you can't say that like that in the SEC. You can't say nothing like that in the SEC. You can't do it.
But you base that on the fact that the quarterback is new and what else? He's just due. He due to have a bad season.
I don't
even think you got him having a bad season though, right? You got him at 9-3.
That's what. Jesus Christ. That's basically what I. Yes, that's what I got him at 9-3 this year. And everybody,
you got to follow another map.
SEC championship game. I was like, it is what it is. But all right, then it is what it is. I keep it in. Let's get out of here, man, because we about to hit an hour and 30, and did not plan on being here an hour 30. Only plan on being about an hour 10. But it went over because we had a great conversation. That's what it is around here in these water cool talk streets. Because we talk that score around here, man. We want y'all to go and subscribe to these channels on YouTube, man. As always, man. We appreciate y'all. Ted, tell them where they can find you at, my God.
Man, you can find me at It's SEC Season on here on YouTube and pretty much all platforms, the same thing. Yeah, find me at It's SEC Season. My personal page on Twitter is at CodeNameTez. And yeah, you find my face on here on Water Cool Talk or over on Sharpshooters. Got my own content coming, man. Subscribe. Y'all can make sure y'all get in on that. Don't want to miss it.
Tight. Tell them they can find you, my guy.
Tight Sports, the Alabama football mega cast. You can find me at YouTube. Check me out Tuesday and Thursdays for Around the Herd. Tuesday we at 7, 5 o'clock on Thursday, where we talk them titles. Even the ones from 1917s and stuff. Do we have one from 08? But anyway, check me out there. We see me, thank all the Alabama fans out there, you beautiful people, and all the Auburn Americans. God bless you.
Make sure y'all go follow Auburn Addicts TV on YouTube, man. I got DC Wolf. Go follow our guy Dustin over at the Uptempo Podcast as well. Go follow our guy Sharpshooter Sports.
You my boy.
Sharp over at Sharpshooter Sports Talk. Make sure you go follow him. Vandy Chris over at the Go to Broom Podcast as well. And of course, my guy, the Huggy Beard, on YouTube. Make sure you go follow him, man. We're trying to get him to 50 subs so we can get him to go live on YouTube. And of course, go follow him on Facebook at Huggy Beard and at Bubba Hyde on Facebook as well. Before we make it out. And don't forget, man, next Friday, August 29th, we going into the locker room. That's where we going. Into the locker room. Auburn versus Baylor live game watch, man. It's gonna be dope. 15 minutes before game kickoff, man. Come around the water cooler in the locker room with your boy, man. As we watch the game, we watch Auburn take on Baylor. We're gonna be here throughout the duration of the game, and then of course, 5 minutes after the game is over with, I'm gonna end, and then we're gonna shoot it over to Auburn Addicts TV YouTube channel, and we're gonna watch the official post-game reaction show with the mayor, with Tez, and the man himself, DC Wolf. As well, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here around the water cooler. Marcus, what you got to say to people before we get up out of here, my guy?
Sir. Y'all be safe, man. I'll see y'all Friday. Call me Friday.
Yeah, we're going to do the call-in show Friday, man. So we appreciate y'all so much for continuing to rock with us, man, as always. Before we get up out of here, man, you all have a good one. Better yet, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed, man. And until Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, back around the water cooler. It is one love. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We out this month. I holla. Y'all be easy.
Boys and girls of all ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Water Cooler Talks with your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode.